This is the Goode Show. My name's Surinder and I'm a military spouse. I've been a military spouse for over 26 years and my guy served 30 years as a Navy SEAL and retired as a Command Master Chief. Now, I've heard a few stories and I've told a few stories and now I am sharing stories. Sit back, relax, grab a beer, grab a coffee and enjoy. Check us out on social media at The Goode Show. Welcome to this week's episode. My name is Surinder. I am your host, and this is The Goode Show. And look where I am. I'm sitting here with my good friend, Aaron Peña. Did I say the last name right?
You said it correctly, Aaron Peña.
Because I always mess up everybody's name, you know?
That was perfect. Yeah.
You look good, Aaron. It's been a while since I saw you.
When was the last time we saw each other? It was right before I relocated to St. Augustine, Florida.
That's right. It was at your house as well. We had a party at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little going away party. Yeah.
That's right. It was a great party.
It was a good time.
It was a good hangover the next day. Thank you very much.
That's right. Absolutely.
Now, Aaron, you were in the military for how many years?
So I did 20 years in the military. I joined the Navy when I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, June 2004, and I retired June of 2024. And it's been an awesome career. My initial intent was to do 30 years, but after some wear and tear, you realize you can't do this profession for so long. So 20 years, and I spent most of my career as a Navy SEAL. And
is that why you went? Did you go in with the intention to be a team guy?
I did, yeah. Okay. So the reason why I joined is because of 9/11. So I was a freshman in high school when 9/11 happened, and to be honest, I was naive to the issues that were happening around the world, and I didn't realize that there were people in the world that wanted to destroy our country. So when that happened, I wanted to take the fight to our enemies. So I said, I'm gonna join the Navy, and I'm gonna join the most elite force that our country has. And that's what I did.
Now, before you went in the military, did you tell people you were going to go in and this is the profession you were going to do?
No, I never told anyone. No one knew what I was doing. The reason that is because I knew that there was a high attrition rate. Yeah. Now, I believed in myself, right? I knew that I was going to make it, but you never know what happens, right? Because you can get injured, things can happen, and that goal that you have may not come to fruition. So I didn't tell anybody anything. I just went ahead and did it. And then when I when I was getting ready to graduate from SQT and get my trident, that's when I notified my family.
Oh, wow.
And I sent them the invitation and they came down there. And I remember my father, he didn't know what a Navy SEAL was. He was like, he thought it was a maybe SEAL. You know, he's got a Spanish accent. Yeah. You know, and he didn't know. And then they were showing footage of our training of us jumping from helos, jumping from aircrafts, free falling, parachute training. And he was in awe. He was like, you did all this? And then, so I did that. And then a year later, I was in Iraq.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But you know something, to your point of your dad not knowing what a Navy SEAL is, my parents didn't know what Navy SEALs were, and I don't know if India has any special forces, but I do remember my mom telling our neighbour, good Scots guy, he said, hey, your son-in-law's been home, big fella, what's he do? And God bless her, man, she turned around and she went, I cannot be telling you. It is very top secret. I was like, God bless you, Mom.
Yeah, now she knows.
Yeah, she knew some secret squirrel shit kind of thing, but she had no idea until she's like your dad. When they saw the movies or the pictures, they were just like, OMG. Yeah. Now, I'm so proud of him too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's super proud. I mean, he was there for my retirement ceremony as well. And to see my upbringing, right? From where I came from. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, and I grew up in a really rough neighborhood. And to see me go through all those challenges before the Navy and then join the Navy and then accomplish what I've accomplished. I mean, there's a great deal of pride, that comes from my family. I was the first one from my family to get my bachelor's degree, to get my master's degree. So I'm always trying to set that standard for them, Yeah.
So now you're married. How many kids?
I've got 3 kids. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Vivian Peña. You know her very well.
And she is very beautiful.
Absolutely. And so I've got 3 kids, 12-year-old daughter, 10-year-old son, and I've got another 8-year-old son. And it's incredible.
Now, when you joined the teams and then you got married to Vivian, how has the relationship been in regards to the challenges throughout your military career for her?
It's been challenging. I got to tell you, it's not easy for a military spouse to be married to someone in the military, and especially within the special operations community, because I was gone about 85% of the year. I spent most of my time in training, but one of the things that my wife and I focused on is, transparency. This is the career path that I want to take. This is the challenges that you're going to face as a military spouse. And are you up to it, right?
Now, did you have that conversation with her?
I did have that conversation. Yeah, okay. I had that conversation with her, and not only that, her father is a huge military. He likes the military. He knows a lot about the military, so he kind of pre-warned her as well.
Okay.
But yeah, she was very accepting, very supportive throughout my whole career. But I got to tell you, it takes a lot of sacrifice on the military spouse side, because there were times, and I shared this with you, when I deployed to the Philippines, my wife was pregnant. I got a chance to go back to be with her during her pregnancy. So they gave me 14 days. Wow. So I flew back from the Philippines back to San Diego, California. My wife picked me up in active labor. And we went straight to the hospital.
Wow.
She gave birth to my daughter. And then the next year, or the next 2 years, 2 years afterwards, she was pregnant again. This time she was pregnant and taking care of a toddler. So I got to tell you, I mean, it's
You didn't plan very well, did you?
No, I just kept going. Every 2 years, I wanted to push them out. I wanted a big family, and but it worked out, And I got to tell you, for you to be successful in this career path, you have to have that support network from your family, because if it's not there, it's going to fall apart.
Yeah, I completely agree. You and I have seen, witnessed families falling apart. You did your 20 years. I want to move on to what you're doing right now, because again, what you're doing right now impacts people. It's one of the biggest purchases, they say, in a person's life.
Absolutely, yeah. Buying a home. So after I retired, well, even before my retirement, I was already very fascinated with real estate. I enjoyed real estate. I realized that we had an advantage being in the military, being a veteran, or still being active duty, is that you have that VA loan, right? 0% down, which is incredible. So I started investing in real estate. What I would do is I would get my orders. I would purchase a home using my VA loan. I would live in that home. I would renovate it, and then I will convert that VA loan to a conventional loan to free up my VA loan again.
Okay.
And then I would go buy another house doing the same thing.
Wow.
So I would do that. And so I bought a few houses along the way, and I would rent these houses out, and I would make some money. I'd have some extra money. So that's what I did, and I really liked real estate. I like the ability to help other people too. So when I retired, I joined the Compass Military Division.
Okay.
And the Compass Military Division is very special, very unique, because they are made up of military spouses, active duty service members, veterans, and also folks that have deep roots in the military.
Wow. Okay.
So what we do is we help our men and women in uniform buy, sell, or invest in real estate. And I got to tell you, I relocated to Northeast Florida. 90% of my clients are military, and I'm helping them do what I did. Yeah, so I had this young E6 service member, and he was looking to buy a property, and so I sent him a bunch of properties, and I told him what I did, and he's like, I want to do the same thing.
Nice.
So what he did is he bought a duplex.
Okay.
And I helped him rent the other side of his duplex. And he has a roommate, so he's not even paying a mortgage.
Wow.
He's got cash flow coming in.
Wow.
So now his goal is to rent both of those units and go buy another property.
And he's an E6.
He's an E6. Young E6 too. He promoted quite quickly.
Yeah.
I guess they're just giving it away now in the Navy. I don't know. Guy hasn't been in that long, and I was shocked that he was an E6. I was like, yeah, but But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I'm a real estate agent with Compass, and we launched the military division in 2023. I became the regional director of Northeast Florida, and after some time and after putting in a good amount of work within the Compass Military Division, I was offered the position of Chief Operating Officer, the COO of the military division. And of course, I'm all about it. The more promotions, the better, right? Leadership role. But the goal here is now I have the opportunity to make a bigger impact, not just on my clients, but also on the military agents within our division.
Yeah. Now, as I was talking to a couple of agents yesterday, and I don't know anything about real estate, I was surprised that Military Compass, that division is all military. Because I've heard of companies that say, military, and then you go and they're not really, because maybe they had one person working for them.
Yeah.
And that was it. Because now you speak the same language as all the military. Well, you obviously did speak the same language, but you can connect.
I think you hit the nail on the head there, right? We have that cultural fluency.
Yes.
We speak the language.
Yes.
We understand when you're PCSing. We know what you're looking for. If you're married and you have kids, the wife, the military spouse, wants to know where her kids are going to go to school.
Absolutely, yes.
When you're relocating and you have a realtor that understands that, it changes everything. Not only that, when we talk about the language, it's simple things like Roger that.
Yeah.
Or hey, I'm 30 minutes out. We understand each other.
Yeah.
Right? So it's immediate trust, it's immediate rapport, and the level of comfort is out the roof because they feel like, man, this is one of my peers helping me purchase one of the biggest decisions of my life.
Now that is what I heard about you yesterday as we were talking about you while you weren't there, that since you've moved to Florida, you have grown your network, your client base, and you've helped a couple of team guys down there purchase their house as well.
Yeah.
So you're out there doing some real good stuff.
Absolutely. So prospecting is never ending. You have to be prospecting all the time. And so when I did my internship with Compass, I was about 6 months in, right? And I was doing really well.
I mean, how did you find them, or did they find you?
I love that you said that.
Okay.
The way I connected with Compass was through Beyond the Brotherhood.
Okay.
Beyond the Brotherhood is a nonprofit organization that helps SEALs of character transition into their next phase of their careers, right, into the civilian sector. So the CEO of Beyond the Brotherhood is Jimmy May, great friend of mine. I served with him when he was the executive officer of Buds, and I was one of the chiefs in first phase. I was a first phase instructor. So Jimmy May connected me to a high-performing Compass agent his name is Ed Macholski.
Okay.
He's in Newport Beach. I had a meeting with Ed, and Ed is the guy that kind of showed me the way, how to become a high-performing realtor. And he is one of my mentors to this day. I mean, I chat with that guy at least once a week, and he's constantly giving me tips. He's constantly, showing me how to continue to improve my performance as a new realtor. So that's how I got started. And that's how I connected with Compass, because I love your question, because initially I didn't know where I was going to go. Like, I was exploring all these different brokerages, right? EXP, Keller Williams, and then Compass popped up. Didn't even know about them. And when I heard about the level of technology that Compass has, and me being a SEAL, we got a lot of tech. We use a lot of tech. I enjoy it. Then that's what really got my attention as well. And then when I met Ed Macholski, it was a done deal. I was like, I'm going to Compass. And then Ed connected me to an agent in Northeast Florida who was a former NFL player. His name is Kyle Bosworth, and he's a high-performing realtor. And then I joined his team last year, did really well. And then I was able to close enough deals last year to branch off on my own and become my own principal agent. So this year is my first year as a principal agent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first deal?
I do. Yeah. No, I do. It wasn't even a big deal. It was I think it was, if I remember, it was like a $70,000 property, and it was a little fixer-upper. But let me tell you something: when you're hungry, you'll take anything.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter. And my mindset last year was reps. Get as many reps as you can. It doesn't matter how small, how big the deal is. Get in there and get after it. And that's literally that was my mindset. I didn't give a shit. I was like, what do you got? 70,000? Stand by. I'll make it happen. And when I got there, and this was in a rough neighborhood, and I carry my, so I carry my gun, but I was like, I got take an extra magazine on this one. You never know. But I sold it within the month, and it was good. That was my first deal, and then from there on, it just you learn the process of real estate.
Yeah.
And being in the military, you start to establish your own standard operating procedures, and that's what makes us great. Is that level of discipline.
You know what I think is really beautiful, and I think right now is probably one of the first times I've felt it. It's your gung-ho passion, get after it. I mean, it's evident, I love the fact that you said we're high, performance earners, because what you did before was high performing. I think it is beautiful that the community that we both belong to is so open to helping.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say it often because I just, people might take it the wrong way. But I gotta be honest with you. I mean, this community has been exceptional to me. And even after Goode's retirement, people still reaching out. I think it's one of those things you find in the military.
Yeah.
In general, I've obviously only experienced it in NSW. But watching you and hearing you today, it's amazing. It really is. I mean, people can bullshit and go, hey, I'm gonna go. But I can feel the vibe from you, and that's the difference.
Yeah, and it's something that you mentioned, right? That level of community that I had in San Diego, when I left San Diego, I mean, that was my entire network. I left because I had a wonderful wife that supported me throughout my whole career. So I asked my wife towards the end, I was like, honey, where do you want to live? And she said, I want to be closer to family. Her family had relocated to Florida, in Orlando. And I said, okay, we're going to go to Florida. My wife has followed me throughout my whole career. The least I could do to this wonderful woman is just ask her where she wants to live. So I told her, let's go to Florida, but I don't want to live in Orlando. I was like, I want to be close to the ocean.
Yeah.
So we found a house in St. Augustine, Florida. That's home for us now. And when I did my internship, right, I was doing 6 months with Compass. I was just hanging out with realtors. And I got to tell you, when you go from being in the SEAL teams and having that level of community and then transitioning over and not having that community anymore, it's terrifying. It's also very lonely. And what I realized was, okay, I need to build my own community here.
Yeah.
And I started doing that. I started figuring out, I thought to myself, I was like, there's got to be some frogmen, some team guys that live here in Northeast Florida. And I met two, connected with those two guys. And I didn't just call them up. Like I did find who they were, called them up, but I set a schedule to go have lunch with these guys, have face-to-face interactions with them. And then I asked those guys, who do you know that's a SEAL? And they kept giving me a number, a name and a number, and I kept calling, and I went from 5 SEALs to now 23 SEALs in Northeast Florida. And we have a network, we have a community. I call it FOB St. Augustine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But you know something, Aaron, that is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know plenty of people, like when you retire as well, I've had this conversation with guys and spouses. You don't know you're retired. There's nothing on your forehead that says, I'm retired.
Correct.
So, yes, you have to go find that community because people aren't going to just automatically come to you and go, hey, I'm retired as well.
Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you, Aaron?
So I have, obviously, my business card. I have my Compass Military Division website and Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I connect with people all the time. I've had people connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm in Denver now. I'll be headed back tomorrow to St. Augustine, Florida, and someone I connected through LinkedIn, I'll be having a lunch with them next week. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And I like the fact that you do these lunches because I think Zoom is great, but nothing beats that one-on-one in front of somebody because you just get so much more out of it.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to follow Military Compass. This is your call to action. That's what you say, isn't it? Call
Absolutely.
to action? Okay. Call to action is you're going to follow Military Compass on Instagram, Facebook. Connect with Aaron Peña, because I know he looks scary, but he's such a big softie, really.
Don't get me mad.
Aaron, listen, thank you for coming down here today. Well, we're both in Denver, but thank you for taking the time out of your day to come down and just get the good word out about Military Compass.
Thank you so much, Surinder. I appreciate it. And for those of you that don't know Surinder Goode, I ask you to follow her, support her, because she is the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You got it.
He ain't shit neither.
Thanks for tuning in to The Goode Show. I hope you have been inspired by today's conversation. If you loved what you heard, help us spread the word. Follow me on Instagram @The Goode Show. As military spouses, we all have stories to share, experiences, resources, and support. I want to hear your story and highlight your business. Let's connect, DM me, or visit surindergoode.com to share your journey. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and keep doing good things.